is a presentation of Fox Sports.
The week-long West Coast road trip continues. The Twins moving down the coast, opening up a 3-game series against the Oakland A's. And the Twins with a 2.5-game lead in their division, and the Oakland A's, to the surprise of many, are tied with the Texas Rangers for the top spot in the American League West. And we welcome you to the Bay Area. Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven for the series opener. For the third time this year, the Twins have lost 3 in a row. They haven't lost 4 in a row yet. And in Seattle, they obviously ran into some very good pitching.
Well, it's time not to panic right here, believe me, because the Twins were on a 5-game winning streak going into that first game into Seattle. And you know what? Sometimes you just run into good pitching. And that's exactly what happened the last 3 ball games. Vargas, Lee, and Hernandez all allowed only 1 run to a Twins offense that really has been pretty consistent. So hopefully tonight they can turn it around.
And they'll hand the ball to Scott Baker, who a couple of years ago nearly pitched a perfect game. The guy they're facing tonight, Dallas Braden, did make baseball history earlier this year.
Yeah, back on Mother's Day, May 9th, here in Oakland, Dallas Braden pitched the game of his life. A perfect game. 27 up, 27 down. But since that time, he's made 4 starts. 0-3, but he has not had a lot of run support. He'll be looking for some run support here tonight.
With this series, the Twins will have seen everybody in the American League West. They've seen the Angels, they've seen the Rangers, the Mariners, and now tonight they'll get their first look at the Oakland A's. Game 1 of 3 between the Twins and the A's when we come back to the Bay Area in just a moment. And they hope that the Twins will end a short little losing streak in the series opener.
Well, you look at the Oakland A's, you mentioned it in the open, Dick, kind of a surprise. You know, everybody is expecting maybe the Seattle Mariners or the Angels of Anaheim, you know, maybe being in 1-2 spot, but it's the Texas Rangers and the Oakland A's tied. Now, the Twins have some history, of course, against the Oakland A's, but you go back over the last 3 seasons, 27 games, the Twins have a 14-13 advantage. But again, we saw it in Seattle. The Twins have had a tough time over the last 2+ years winning there. And right here in Oakland, since 2007, the Twins are 7-10 against the Oakland A's.
And the A's had a road trip they just completed. They finished with a flourish yesterday. They're not known as a home run hitting team, but they hit 4 yesterday. And they find themselves right in the middle of a division race that is not a real good division right now, at least the American League West so far. I think all 4 teams, you could say, they've got some serious flaws. And the A's are not a team without flaws. And the Twins hope to take advantage of that here this weekend. You look at the Twin Cities native Jeff Nelson. He's got the plate tonight. And while the Twins are getting ready to take on the Oakland A's, the Kansas City Royals are leading the Tigers 4-3. The Cleveland Indians are leading the White Sox 4-1. Some baseball news today. Dave Tremblay of the Baltimore Orioles was let go today. And Juan Samuel, on an interim basis, has been given the job of managing the Orioles.
Yeah, Juan Samuel, the third base coach, now the interim manager, and then the guy that we've in our fantasy camps we've gotten to know, Gary Allenson, now becoming the third base coach.
Probably giving Juan Samuel a vote of confidence right now. The Red Sox are leading the Orioles 11-0. Here's the Menards batting order. Bernard Span, J.J. Hardy, Joe Mauer, Justin Morneau, Jason Kubel, Delvin Young, Danny Valencia, Nick Punto, and Drew Butera.
Isn't it easier sometimes to fire 1 than 25?
Yeah,
that's what's going on in Baltimore. Let's take a look at our Dodge Ram scouting report on Dallas Braden. Braden making his 12th start of the year. And again, we talked about that in the open. He has not won since his perfect game back on Mother's Day, May 9th. But again, he has not pitched that bad. 0-3, 4.13 ERA, and a lack of run support. And this is a left-hander that's not going to overpower you. Not like we saw from Lee or Hernandez. He's going to finesse you, work a very good changeup in, very good control for Dallas Braden. Only 12 walks in 70 innings worth of work.
Didn't we say that throughout the Seattle series? Not much run support. Here's the Oakland defensive alignment. So Gabe Gross in left, Rajai Davis in center, Ryan Sweeney in right, Kevin Kuzman off at third, Adam Rosales, the shortstop, Mark Ellis in second, Derek Barton and Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. The defense brought to you by Northland Ford.
Well, sometimes you always get into that little pocket, and I think Brad Radke, the latest Twin, I remember, every time he went out there, he seemed like he didn't get a lot of run support. Sometimes, though, you have those type of seasons. But what a game that Dallas Braden pitched, becoming the 19th perfect game pitched at the major league level.
Yeah, I remember when Mark Burley pitched his, and everybody said, well, such an unlikely person to pitch a perfect game because he pitches the contact and all that. Well, they said the same thing about Dallas Braden. Of all the people on this Oakland staff to throw a perfect game, they say here in Oakland that Braden would have been the least likely one to do that. Bernard Span in the batter's box, and we're getting ready to go here. One of the problems the Twins had in Seattle was what do you call them, table setters. The first and second guys in the batting order did not have much luck or success. Bernard Span was 1 for 15 in Seattle. And J.J. Hardy and Matt Tolbert, who hit second in that series, they also went 1 for 15. So the first 2 guys in the lineup need to do a better job of getting on base.
Braden making his 5th career start against the Twins.
And one hopper right to the first baseman, Barton.
Let's take a look at this. Is over the last 3 years, the Twins winning 14 of the 27 played, and the offense, the Twins a little bit better batting average. The home runs, the Oakland A's have actually out-homered the Twins over the last 27 ball games.
Here's J.J. Hardy, put in the starting lineup, but with a question mark. He was in the lineup. He was going to take batting practice to make sure he could pass the test of being able to swing the bat, and obviously he's hitting second, so he passed that test. Still being bothered by that bone bruise in his left wrist.
Hardy has never faced Braden, so what he'll see is a fastball again, not overpowering.
Hardy, the shortstop for the Twins. He fouls just below us. The Twins wrapping up that 4-game series in Seattle. They won the first game on Monday, but then they lost the next 3. So they are sitting on a 3-game losing streak. Barton will flip to Braden, who hustles over, and that's out number 2.
Well, good news for the A's tonight. Ryan Sweeney is back in the lineup after this collision with Mark Ellis. Foul territory at Fenway Park as Sweeney went down. Mark Ellis going after the ball, and collision, you could see it happening. And unfortunately, Ryan Sweeney kind of jammed his head into the ground, and he was tested in Boston yesterday. And cliche that's used so often, a gamer. That's a gamer when you slam your head on the warning track and you fly 6.5 hours across the country and you're in the line the next day. It's pretty impressive.
Well, we walked by us in the plane last night. He said he felt okay. Did take a pretty good blow to the head.
Yes, he did. Both he and Ellis back in the lineup tonight. A little more foul territory to cover here at the Coliseum, though.
Speaking of foul territory, Gross, Kuzminov, and Kuzminov cannot quite get it. That's a long ways to run for a third baseman.
We have seen Gabe Gross steal some bases and attempt it, but he was playing Joe Mauer a little bit more to pull, and a much longer run for him as Kuzminov avoided the incline on the bullpen mound and did not do a header, which is always good.
Yes, it is. 0-2 the count to Joe Mauer. And on the 0-2 pitch, he lines one to left field for a base hit. So Mauer, the designated hitter tonight, has a 2-out single.
Another man wins some batting championships. 0-2 pitch. The only problem here, this pitch was up just a little bit too high. And if it's down low, maybe you have a better chance. But Joe Mauer stays back as well as anybody. And not surprising to see him take the ball to the opposite field as well as he did. And there it says right there, 25 hits to the opposite field. He's pulled only 9.
Twins people were telling me that Mauer, just with the 2 home runs,
Mauer didn't even have a big lead and he nearly got picked off. Outside, ball 1.
You get off that bag just to relax a little bit, and then he throws over. Braden has had a balk called on him.
A high drive to deep right field. And a 2-run blast by Justin Morneau puts the Twins up 2-0. And the 3 and 4 hitters click again in the first inning.
Now home run number 13 for Justin Morneau, and the 9th home run that Braden has allowed. No doubt about this. I was watching right fielder Ryan Sweeney. He did not even move. And those people out in right field, they got their gloves up very quickly. A breaking ball looked like, and Justin with that uppercut swing puts the Twins up 2-0.
Braden, the pitcher, didn't even bother turning around to look at that one.
Sometimes you just know you're going to get a new ball.
Out of everything, there's a positive, right? You get a brand new baseball.
That's right. That's the way I looked at it. And you made a lot of fans happy up there. Somebody got that souvenir ball.
1 strike to Kubel. And a little nubber to the right side. Mark Ellis.
Just hope it's not your family member.
Bauer with a 2-out single. Morneau with a home run, and the Twins jump out in front.
First, so the Twins with a 2-0 lead heading to the bottom of the first. A's lineup: Davis, Barton, Sweeney, Suzuki, Kuss, Kuzmanov, Gross, Ellis, and Rosales. Young, Span, and Kubel in the outfield for the Twins. Valencia, Hardy, Punto, Morneau on the infield. Terra is the catcher. Scott Baker is the pitcher. Baker, his first pitch to Rajai Davis is inside. Davis, Barton, and Sweeney against Baker. .258 for Rajai, a homer and 15 RBIs. Pops this one up the right side of the diamond. Punto, the second baseman, has it.
And for Scott Baker, it's perfect against the A's. 4-0 in 5 starts. Making 4-0 in 4 starts, this being his 5th, as he makes his 12th start of the season. 5-4 record. Typically for the Twins, they do not walk a lot of batters. 16 and 66 innings for this right-hander. Last year, 200 innings, he walked 48. Again, this one thing the Twins preach, every club actually preaches, just some can do it a little bit better. And the Twins definitely are a club that when they pitch, they throw strikes.
You get the feeling that it starts at the lowest level of the minor leagues with the Twins.
They don't walk anybody and they don't make errors, so that's a pretty good combination.
Yeah, how about 13? Fewest errors in the major leagues by a huge margin. 13 errors.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
This is game number 55. So they are past the 1/3 point. So they're on pace for 39 errors. Strike 3 called. Tailing fastball on the inside corner.
And he will do that. He's got movement on his fastball. He'll throw sliders. He has 4 pitches, but
batting third.
That's a lot of movement. Starting inside, and there's Tommy Cam showing it on the corner. The camera, the robotic camera we have high above home plate here in our booth, which actually shows home plate. No angle to deal with the camera we have here.
Same pitch and a strike called again to Ryan Sweeney, who's hitting .309 with a homer and 25 runs batted in. Full numbers on the road trip for Sweeney. He was 11 for 35. 3 doubles, a triple. He knocked in 4, so a good trip for him. Gets jammed this time. A little pop up. Drew Butera, the catcher, grabs it inside, retired. So Scott Baker, a 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the first. Twins lead 2-0 after 1. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Splash of Cash with hundreds of prizes every day until July 5th. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Delmon Young leading it off. And Young swings at the first pitch. Always been a very aggressive hitter. Fouls it back.
That's why first pitch changeup is a good one. Good pitch to throw an aggressive hitter. Styles Bray will throw at first pitch, last pitch, and sometimes all pitches in between some hitters.
Now quick 0-2 to Young. Young in left field to be followed by Valencia and Punto. 5 home runs and 27 runs batted in for Delmon Young. He bounces this one to the shortstop, Adam Rosales, who throws in time to get Young. Dallas Braden may have got a little leather on that one. Does he reach for it? I don't know.
Now let's hope not. Usually a ball like that's going right to the shortstop or to one of the infielders. Pitchers are going to be aggressive, try to field everything. But this time, let the shortstop handle it. Well, we don't hear a 1-6-3 on the putout, so I'll assume.
Here's Danny Valencia. Valencia playing third base. He was called up yesterday, put in the lineup, and he got his first major league hit off Felix Hernandez. Thrill for him. He was a 19th round pick of the Twins in 2006. So Danny Valencia. Of course, a couple of regulars are not playing tonight for the Twins, and a couple of real good players. Kuzmanov on the dive, gets up, throws to first, and Barton comes off the bag with his foot. He had the big-time stretch going, but he just could not quite keep his foot on the bag, and it's a hit for Valencia.
And Valencia runs well, and Kuzmanov, once he caught the ball, had to get up quickly and threw it quickly as well, and by doing so, he threw a little bit of a sinker to Derek Barton, who stretches as well as any first baseman in the league. Kuz, a tremendous play, and I don't think Rosales would have had, well, if he kept his foot on, he's out. I don't think Rosales would have had a play had Kuz not cut in front.
First pitch strike to Nick Punto, switch hitter playing second base. So the two players I was talking about, Orlando Hudson, not in the lineup, and Michael Kadire is on the bereavement list, so he will not be here at all this weekend.
Orlando Hudson, a collision with Denard Span last Sunday in the series finale against the Rangers at their home park. Span caught the ball and ended up with Hudson and Span on the ground for quite a while.
That's two pretty good players that are out of this Twins lineup.
And of course, Joe Nathan missed the whole season. Their fabulous closer. He is out all year.
Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw to second base is just a bit late. Valencia just got in ahead of the tag. So the count 2-2.
Well, let's see with the coverage. Kurt Suzuki threw, I think, to really nobody there, and Mark Ellis catching the ball to the shortstop side. I think Kurt, who we've already seen this year, throw it with nobody covering, delayed that time just enough for Valencia to get in safely. Oh, that's right.
That's right, yeah. First steal allowed since August 20th of 2008. It's the guy at the plate who did it. Huh. Two and two to Punto. Change up, and he reaches for it, pokes it foul. The Twins' record coming into tonight, 31-23. They have a 2.5 game lead over the Tigers in that AL Central. They're 13-14 on the road. 18-9 at their new ballpark, Target Field. To left field, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. Gross goes back a couple steps. He's got it. So 2 outs here in the second. Of course, Morneau hit that home run in the first inning, but Ray, the last 3 games of that series in Seattle where they lost all 3, they scored 1 run in each game, 3 runs total. So a pretty good offense, but just struggling right now.
Well, it just shows you what pitching can do. Pitching against offense, pitching would usually shut it down, and that's proof.
Here's Drew Butera in the hole. Kuzmanov dives, can't get it. Rosales does. He throws just in time to get Butera. So a 1-out hit by Valencia and nothing else for the Twins.
And back in the 4th position, the catcher, number 8.
Why am I doing it at home? Different for these. Time now for the Home Depot doing more on defense, and we've talked about the very strong arm Adam Rosales in the hole right over the top, and Butera is out as Adam Rosales took care of it. Kuz drove, but it was Rosales backing him up, and what a great arm he has, just like Cliff Pennington. So both shortstops for the Athletics, very strong arms. Butera just think, if I hadn't been squatting for an inning or 2, my legs probably would have been a little looser, and I could have gotten an infield hit. Wrong.
Fastball inside to Suzuki. Be followed by Custon Kuzmanov, bottom of the 2nd inning. Justin Morneau with a 2-run homer in the 1st. Hit hard right to the 3rd baseman Valencia, who is playing in. And he throws out Kurt Suzuki. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd.
Designated hitter, number 32, Chad Huss.
Well, the A's come in with a 29-26 record. Told you the Twins record. These are 18-9 at home, 11-17 on the road. Of course, first matchup of the year against the Twins. Cuss lines one to right field, and that's a base hit. Kugel's not going to be able to cut it off, and it's going to go to the wall, and Cuss is going to have a 1-out double. First hit in the game for the Athletics.
Well, you like to see the aggressiveness of Jack Cust. And big home run yesterday on a 2-2 changeup, and then comes right back tonight. First pitch from Scott Baker. And a booming double to right field. About at 8 or 9 miles per hour. I think it was a fastball, but maybe kind of a BP, get me over fastball. And he got it over all right. One hop to the wall.
Kuzminov steps in.
Justin Morneau is a big hockey player. I thought maybe he'd be taking the week off just because of the Stanley Cup Finals. Huh?
Yeah. Hey. Game 4 going on right now.
See, the 33 is for who? So the player that he
Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Waugh. I thought that was it.
On the ground is short. Hardy has it, and he throws to first. Kuzminov's out. Cust stays at second. So 2 outs here in the second, and Gabe Gross steps in.
Well, he should have a run right now after Gross finishes his at bat the way he's swinging.
Yeah. He was one of the heroes of the road trip.
Well, the defensive alignment, Devin Young in left field, playing him like a right-handed pull hitter. Straight away in center to span and right field. So they're kind of shading Gabe Gross to left field, which is a good idea as far as the way he usually swings the bat. But with Hardy, the infield planning to pull the outfield to hit the other way. It's a huge hole on the left side of the infield.
Gross checks his swing and a breaking ball. Gross was 14 for 31. That's a .452 average in the 10 games on the trip.
Let's see, he robbed Laird of a home run and then threw out 2 at the plate.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was very productive. The plus minus, no difference.
And he lines one to right field, and the right fielder Kubel is there. He makes the catch. Side retired. Cust with a double, nothing else for the A's. 2 innings in the books. Twins with a 2-0 lead.
It's awesome.
Well, the 14th annual A's Beer Fest is coming up tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Eastside Club before the A's take on these Twins. 6:05 is the start time. The game fans 21 and older can enjoy samples from more than 30 different microbreweries. I always love that music. Special acrylic glasses will be on sale for $10, and that includes 2 tastings, but admission to the Beer Fest is free with your game ticket. Order yours now at OaklandAthletics.com. Just want to get abroad, don't you?
Yeah.
Microbrew.
Or just abroad.
She's head like.
Yeah. Nobody eats just one bratwurst, though. That's just the starting point.
That's true. They are good. Yeah. Same thing. If we ever get back to Milwaukee, the old County Stadium, whew, about 98-year-old grease.
They took the grease from County Stadium to Miller Park.
Because Fenway Park already had
Yeah,
theirs.
that's
That was
right.
98 years old.
We found that out.
The Fenway faithful.
2-2 to Denard Span. He is the leadoff hitter for the Twins. He'll be followed by Hardy and then Mauer. 2-0 Minnesota. Broken bat. Braden knocks it down, picks it up, and throws out Span. So 1 out here in the third.
Well, the exception of a couple of balls hit to the outfield by the boys, Dallas Braden has only had 1 ball in the air, and that was Punto's fly ball to left field. Otherwise, ground ball outs, which is exactly what Dallas Braden would like to do. It's that one mistake he made to Justin Morneau cost him a 2-0 deficit.
Hardy at the first pitch. Mark Ellis out, Sweeney in, and Ellis veers off right at the end, and Sweeney makes the catch.
You were saying before the game that Peggy Lindsay had paid a visit.
She did. Yep, she was up here.
Grandmother
She
of
said
Dallas
she
Braden.
came to see you and I. And unfortunately, you were downstairs still, and I got to visit with Peggy Lindsay, which was, told her, this is an honor.
What did she bring?
She brought some goodies, man. And there's like 12 chocolate eclairs.
I see 2 containers. That means
6 in each.
Thank you.
9 for me, 3 for you.
There she is.
She's a very sweet lady. It was fun talking to her.
Got her A's shirt on, and her grandson Dallas Braden is on the mound, and she is in her seat as always in that same location. With the 209 section, Friends of Dallas, Friends of 209 anyway. This guy is a Twin and will be forever. Joe Mauer, a very long contract that will keep him in Twins uniform for many years, and I'd be shocked if he goes anyplace else.
It was an 8-year, $184 million contract. Runs from 2011 to 2018 and has a full no-trade clause.
And a very nice young man.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about him.
Very humble, just a tremendous player, and a very tough out. Probably never breaks a bat either.
Drives this one left center field, but Rajay Davis is going to get back there. He's got it. Side retired. So Dallas Braden has a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the third coming up. 2-0 Twins. It's an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy player, track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. Ellis, Rosales, and Davis against Scott Baker here in the bottom of the third. A's with one hit in the game. It was a Cust double with one out in the second. Keeping an eye on the Texas Rangers Tampa Bay Rays game going on down in Arlington. It's a wild one. The first score I saw, the Rays were winning 4-0 early, and that went away quickly. And right now it's Texas 9, the Rays 6 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And Texas got a touchdown.
The A's and the Rangers coming into tonight tied for first place. Just underway in Seattle, the Angels with a 2-0 lead in the second inning. The Angels and the Mariners opening up a weekend series. Ben Sheets always having a good time. You want to catch a laugh? Just hang around Ben Sheets for about 10 minutes and he will make you laugh.
I think you need that much.
No,
time.
I was going to say maybe 3 minutes. J.J. Hardy, the shortstop, handles the pop-up. Hey, look at everybody. Let's just watch Ben Sheets for a while. I mean, he can do some funny stuff.
Shortstop, number 7, Adam Rosales.
See, when you just watch somebody and then you laugh, that means that guy's funny. Rosales sitting in the 9th spot. Incident pest Mike Gallego, foul out third base line. Like one of those backup sliders that sort of breaks, but sometimes it's a good pitch.
9th batter and not a walk yet. Just one hit. Jack Cust double last inning.
A little pop-up. And the second baseman Punto drops back, and he's got a couple of roster moves today. Unfortunately, Brett Anderson back to the disabled list with that sore elbow. Landon Powell back to Sacramento. The A's bullpen took a little bit of a beating toward the back end of the road trip, so they wanted a couple of fresh arms, and Bowers back up, Henry Rodriguez back up.
And rest for Brett Anderson.
Yeah, that sounds like the best thing for Brett for a while.
Let's hope rest takes care of it.
Yep. Change up there by Baker. Just a couple innings yesterday for Anderson, and then he came out of the game. He was replaced by Vin Mazzaro. Mazzaro was credited with the win. He went 3 1/3. He threw 82 pitches.
And he got his arm strength built up probably before the start.
Punto goes back. He's got it. Side retired. So 5 in a row retired by Scott Baker. On to the 4th inning. 2-0 Twins. advantage down to size. We take Gary's 3-hour KNBR morning show, condense it to an hour, and show it at 11 p.m. Best moments, the best interviews. Gary with Tony Bruno on Radnich Remix tonight at 11 p.m. right here in Comcast Sportsnet, California. Fourth inning from the Coliseum.
And that's the pitch that this game would be much different if the pitch had been where this one was. The first pitch to him outside. Just the first inning location was not that great. And there's another good breaking ball away. And this is what happened in the first inning. Look at the location of this breaking ball. Look where Suzuki is. Watch that. Had to reach back. This ball the inside half the plate. And Dallas Braden has heard that enough. Any pitcher knows that sound means that it asks for another baseball.
Ellis backs up, gets the big hop, and throws to first. 1 out.
Comes back after a couple of pitches outside and jammed him with a fastball.
Number 16, Jason Cooper.
So look at a lineup that Ron Gardenhire can put against a righty. And of course, these two guys, Morneau and Maurer, will be against lefties, and more than likely Kubel as well. But then you had Jim Thome, who might be the lineup tomorrow against Trevor Cahill.
And it's not going to happen probably in this series, but Hudson, if you have him, he's a switch hitter.
Jim Thome, of course, with the White Sox, his home city, but now with the Minnesota Twins after the White Sox opted not to offer him a contract, basically. It was that Ozzie Guillen's comments were that he didn't think he could justify a contract by giving Jim Thome enough at bats. But there he is on the home run list, 569. Killebrew, Harmon Killebrew, the great fielder from the Twins, and then McGuire at 583, and Frank Robinson, the Triple Crown, both leagues.
Thome's got 5 home runs this year in 94 at bats, so it's not bad. No. 5 homers, 17 RBIs in limited time. Strike 3 called down around the knees. First strikeout for Braden.
Change up that Kubel didn't like, but right down the middle. Kubel watched it into the catcher's mitt. And home plate umpire Jeff Nelson, a little bit of a hesitation, liked it though, as Tommy Cam shows it had the plate. And here's the third base angle that just got the kneecap.
Sure it did. 2 outs for Delmon Young. Young grounded to short in the second inning.
And they fed him 3 changeups. Delmon Young, of course, aggressive Young, but I think might have taken a pitch that he thought was a ball, probably was.
Seven in a row retired by Dallas Braden. He falls behind 3-0 to Delmon Young. There's a strike. No strike called again by Jeff Nelson.
Pitchers have to love the low strike. They always prefer to get the strike call on the pitch down instead of having to elevate it. And he's teasing, doing back-to-back fastballs.
Yep.
I think you got it figured out. Here comes a changeup. He can throw it 3-2 and throw it effectively. Let's see if he does it here.
And he did, and he struck him out. So back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for Dallas Braden. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Barton, Sweeney, and Suzuki. A's down 2-0. question for tonight. Who are the 4 catchers in Oakland history with more than one multi-homer game?
I thought the trivia question was going to be, are the eclairs made by Peggy Lindsay good?
And the answer is?
Yes. Wow. Those are good. But unfortunately, I gave most of mine away. So I'm going to be in your container.
No, you're not.
Try me.
Barton, right center. On the run is Kubel, and nobody's going to get it. It's off the wall. So Derek Barton with a double. And that's how the bottom of the 4th gets started.
Another good swing, just like Jack Cuss a couple of innings ago. Jack's was a 1-out double. This was a leadoff double. What a great swing. Derek Barton's got it down, and front foot planted, stayed back, and drove it to right center. Friends are probably saying, yeah, that's a double at our park, too. Went off the jagged edge in right center. Is need to manufacture a run here. They need to get this runner in and pull it within at least one, especially with the leadoff double.
Inside corner strike to Sweeney. That trivia question, Kurt Suzuki is not on that list. Kurt Suzuki's 2-homer game yesterday, the first time he has had a multi-homer game in his career.
I got caught up in the eclairs, so the question was once again, which 4
Oakland A's catchers?
Multi-home run games?
Yeah.
Gene Tennis, Terry Steinbach. Might even throw Dave Duncan in there. It's a big home run hitter,
right.
Although he wasn't.
Ramon Hernandez, he could have.
Yeah.
Sweeney hits it hard on the ground to the second baseman Punto. So Sweeney gets Barton over to third with 1 out.
That was a big out. A very productive out. Now Kurt Suzuki has an opportunity to get him in with contact. Contact with the exception of the pitcher and maybe third baseman. Steinbach was a big home run hitter, mid-30s. Gene Tennis, I had the pleasure of watching him, although really would have had to have been 75 because
got to be a catcher, right?
Well, when I was traded over here, he was happy that he didn't have to catch it, so that made it nice for me. But he got to play first, so
I'm going to say there's a sleeper in there somewhere.
Like Mike Heath
over the head of the pitcher Baker. Nobody's going to make the play. Barton comes in to score, and the A's are on the board.
Well, just high enough to get over Baker's head. He tried very hard to catch the ball, and had he caught it, Martin wouldn't have scored. But the speed, the power of Kurt Suzuki, and the follow through on the lower part of the mound by Baker maybe prohibited him from catching the ball. It was very hard to throw flat-footed and stay on top of the mound, but Kurt Suzuki gets a base hit and run batted in.
So that is RBI number 24 for Suzuki.
Nick Punto trying to barehand the ball. I'd say with the Twins and their few errors, the odds go with the hitter in most cases when it's a hit or close to being a hit on the error.
So you're saying if a Twins player doesn't make the play,
it's a hit. Yep.
Cust had a double in the second inning.
Think about what the Boston Red Sox plan in the offseason. Getting Mike Cameron, of course, Scooter Rowe at shortstop, Cameron in center field, and their pitching and defense. Of course, that changed a little bit with some of the guys going to the disabled list, but look at the Twins. Their small market team now has a payroll closer to $100 million.
Yep.
With a new stadium and sellouts.
$97 million.
And that's before Mauer's contract kicks in next year.
Exactly right. Hit hard. Punto grabs it to second for one on to first, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 on the double play. The A's get a run on 2 hits on to the 5th. 2-1 Twins. Back tennis, Ramon Hernandez, and you got it. Dave Duncan did it twice. Dunk.
Big home run hitter in 1972. 71, 70 when the A's were here.
Didn't Dave Duncan hit like 50 home runs in a minor league season?
Yeah, 1966. I played for Modesto, and he did it in about 4 months.
Was it 48 or something? It was in the 40s, I think.
And he broke his hand and missed a month. Sadly, I did something that convinced the umpire. It's a check swing, kind of. And I immediately called foul ball. The umpire said, foul ball, strike one. Dunk left the game. Is that fractured hand?
Your fault.
Well, it's just try little things, and sometimes you accomplish them. But, now, Dunk was a great hitter, great catcher, and obviously a great pitching coach. And I still think Dave Duncan should get a percentage of every pitcher that comes in to the Cardinals and he figures out what they're doing incorrectly, and they have a great season, go on to sign for millions to some other club.
It almost seems like they have one guy per year that
exactly.
he wanted. Joe Pinheiro last year to this year. He was the project last year. Rosales gets the good hop, and he throws in time to get Punto, and that's the second out. So he should get Joel Pinheiro got a 2-year, $16 million contract
10%.
with the Angels, so he
10%.
Should get some action.
Yeah, $800,000 a year. And Dunk, I'll be your agent. Now, you had a shot at Kurt Young, the A's pitching coach, and it's a great lefty pitching for the A's in the late 80s, and he is, there's no doubt, an outstanding pitching coach, guiding this young staff and this pitching staff to greatness. Does a great job. And in a sense, what Kurt does so well, he takes young pitchers and develops them into outstanding major league pitchers. And there's one of them we'll see on Sunday, Joe Gonzalez. Rick Anderson with the Twins, of course. All he says is throw strikes, guys. If you don't throw strikes, we'll get somebody else. There he is.
Well, that's not a bad theory to go by either.
No, absolutely not. No, But you said it right, and that's something that every organization wants to have. Pitchers start at the minor league level, learn how to throw strikes. And it gets easier when you get to the major league level when you're capable of throwing strikes. You'd like to figure better umpires. The hitters maybe think sometimes a little bit too much in what a pitcher's trying to do. But if you're around the plate and change speeds, you're going to have a lot of success.
This year, the Twins have the third best ERA in the American League, 3.77. The A's are sixth, just a shade over 4.
So throw a changeup 3-2 again. Yes, he does.
Tapped out in front. Suzuki to first in time. Side retired. 11 in a row retired by Dallas Braden. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 2-1 Twins. Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Bill from Antioch asked, yesterday's 4 home runs was a season high. What is the Oakland all-time high for home runs in a game? The answer is 8. June 27th, 1996 at the Angels. Look at that list. Scott Brosius hit a pair. Jose Herrera. Geronimo Baroa. Ernie Young. Names from the past. So the A's went deep 8 times that day.
What year was that again?
That was 1996.
Yeah, Anaheim.
Kuzminov, Gross, and Ellis.
There are a lot of holy Toledos that game.
That's right.
And Bill King. And then the highlights after the game, the package, it probably took 45 minutes to run through all those 8 home runs.
Sounded good, though.
Was he great? The one and only holy Toledo, Bill King. Still hard to believe he's not here.
Off the end of the bat, grounded slowly to Hardy, the shortstop, and he throws out Kuzma. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, this is a great performance by 2 pitchers. Dallas Braden has made basically 2 mistakes. The Maurer base hit was up a little bit to left field, and then a Morneau breaking ball. Scott Baker has left a couple of pitches up, one to Barton for a double. The same with Jack Cuss. The double by Barton was run scoring, but his pitch count is unbelievably low. 1-3 ball count. And that was DeMarc Ellis.
Line drive into the glove of Valencia, who makes a nice play. He was playing in again. So not a lot of reaction time, but Valencia made a nice play.
It's got to be off the line a little bit. Give him a chance. Come on. I mean, that's Adrian Beltre had been playing near shortstop. And that would have been a double.
So 2 outs for Mark Ellis. Ellis popped out to the shortstop in the 3rd inning. Since coming off the disabled list, well, initially when Mark came off, he struggled a little bit, but 10 hits in his last 21 at bats. That has the average up over 300. To right field. And Kubel goes back a couple steps, and he's got it side retired. A 3 up, 3 down inning for Scott Baker. On to the 6th from the Coliseum. 2-1, the Twins lead.
$500 kids will receive this. Awesome. What an outstanding batting helmet. We get this kid's batting helmet, and it's brought to you by Ross Dress for Less. Get tickets and more details, OaklandAthletics.com. Look at the air hose. This is just like the big leaguers wear, with the air hose in the back, side, the front.
But show the inside. That's the best
that's
part.
The adjustable part.
Oh, baby.
And this is going straight to Jack Kuiper following tonight's game. But this is given away Sunday. Folks, kids, get the parents to bring you out here. The great helmet giveaway on Sunday. Ross Dress for Less. Got it on the back of the helmet. You can wear it proudly.
Jack Kuiper. What about Glenn Kuiper?
I
don't think the adjustable's
too
big enough.
Grande.
That's beautiful. That reminds me of being a kid right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
And even,
that's a good giveaway.
Even better than that, when you go into some parks, they have helmets with ice cream, the soft serve. Can you imagine? You wouldn't want to have the air hose in this to get the ice cream.
Very good.
But can you imagine the amount of ice cream you could put in that helmet and then clean it up and wear it? That young man, I'll probably be back Sunday.
You would get in there.
It's a good one.
That is a good one. It looks like
the big leaguers.
Looks like the kind you used to wear backwards with your mascot. Come on.
Well, yeah, because didn't have to wear the ear flap. No. So, well, that is a good looking lid there. Boy. How about that? Well, that robotic camera, that Tommy cam, showing it off.
Top of the order for the Twins, Stan Hardy and Joe Mauer. Dallas Braden on a roll right now. He has retired 11 in a row. And he just misses low.
They've been a little bit outside, but low strike has been called by Jeff Nelson pretty consistently tonight.
Ellis charges. Overhand flip. Span is 0 for 3. So 1 out here in the 6th inning.
And a pitcher makes a mistake early in the game. And of course, we talk often about, and you see the ground out versus the fly ball outs and strikeouts. 10 ground ball out for Dallas Braden. But you make that mistake and you say, wow, I just had not made that one mistake. But the way he's pitching, his offense got to be thinking, get to Scott Baker and get another couple of runs, and Dallas might take it to the house. He is pitching that great.
That was pitch number 71. Hardy, a ground out to first and a fly ball to right field. He takes a strike on 2-0. I don't know if you ever get used to it, but Dallas Braden has not always had a lot of runs to work with. I mean, you just look at the basic pitching numbers. He's 4-5, and his ERA is 3.60.
To a fastball that Hardy was out in front and pulled it foul. See how many changeups he throws in the rest of the at bat. There's one.
All right, it's a final down in Arlington. The Rangers beat the Rays 9-6, and it was a 7-run 4th inning by Texas. Hamilton homered his 10th. Smoke homered his 6th. So Texas wins the first game of that 3-game series. Kuzminov behind the bag at third. His throw is in time to get Hardy for the second out. Well, we got in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full baseball recaps, a World Cup preview. The World Cup is coming, folks. The Stanley Cup Finals, Game 4. Flyers beat the Blackhawks, so that series is tied at 2 apiece. So the Flyers come back. They win games 3 and 4 on home ice. So the Stanley Cup gets interesting now, down to a best of 3.
Doesn't go alternating the last 3, does it?
I think it does, yes. Yeah. 2 at home, 2 on the road, and then alternate 5, 6, and 7. Up the middle, and Rosales cannot quite get it. Joe Mauer has his second hit, and that breaks up the string of 13 consecutive hitters retired by Braden.
Number 33.
So it was a 2-out hit in the first that got Morneau to the mound, or to the batter's box. And same thing here in the 6th.
And not surprising, ball off the left foot of Dallas Braden.
Ow.
He's probably upset that the ball didn't drop straight down in front of him so he could get the foot out.
He doesn't need any hard hit balls hitting in the feet.
Not the left one anyway, and that one did. That's the push off. That's the culprit.
First pitch to Morneau is a strike on the outside corner.
13 and 40, hitting 370 for Justin Morneau. That's the MVP start again.
Well, the batting average, 369 coming into tonight. Now 370, second best in the American League for Morneau. The leading hitter in the American League is Robinson Cano. A lot of 1s and 2s up there. Terrific player, Justin Morneau.
You saw the number of walks And you just look at his setup. It's amazing the plate coverage he gets, especially against lefties. Off the plate, slightly close stance. But look at his bat. He kind of lays it on his shoulders. Hands close to his chest. And he is quick.
Too, Ray, you look at his age. He's only 28 years old. He just turned 29. I take that back a couple of weeks ago. So 29 years old. So he is right in the middle of his career. Best time to have a player, I think. You know, when they're young, it's great, but they learn the game. When you get a guy when he's in his, maybe mid-30s, late 30s, generally they start to slow down a little bit, right?
Mid-30s, late 30s. Yeah.
So you get a guy 26, 27 through maybe 32. That's when they're usually, anyways.
It used to be that you hit 30, you're on the downside of a career, and you play a couple, 2 or 3 more years. But now these guys are so well conditioned, and strength and conditioning. And it's a game that just continue to play. Jerry White, the first base coach, of course, a Bay Area native, with Ron Gardenhire for many years. Was on the bench for Gardy, and now back at first base. Wearing that familiar number 13, Jerry White.
2 on, 2 out, and Jason Kubel takes inside. Nice crowd tonight, Ray. 21,703 on a fireworks night. So it's nice to see it. Nice crowd. And with the A's coming into tonight, tied for first place, we hope that as the season goes on, as the summer goes on, maybe crowds start to grow a little bit here at the Coliseum. 1-1 to Kubel, who's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. And he lines one to left. Coming in is Gross. He'll play it on a hop. Here comes Mauer. Gross's throw to the plate is a little bit offline, and Dallas Braden was backing up the throw. Joe Mauer slides in, and Kubel with a 2-out RBI single.
Well, Mauer a little bit bothered by a sore foot, but the pitch left up to Kubel. And this is what the hurt part right there. The pitch was up. He's able to hit it to left field. Gabe Gross with a very strong, accurate throw. This time a little bit offline. First base side of home plate. And the ball on the plate. He might have had his third. The fake throw got our cameraman Dallas Braden, the fake to first base, backing up. As Kubel was not. Who was that cameraman? Because that was a great fake. I like that.
He was coming up throwing.
Yeah. Following the ball, and Dallas is good about that. Of course, Kubel had not rounded the bag that far. Affected a lot of people.
Delman Young hits with Morneau at third, Kubel at first. A little bit inside.
And unfortunately, 2 outs again in this inning. And a run is scored. It looked like maybe Mr. Morneau was being pitched around just a little bit, maybe. Not a bad idea to be pitching him carefully.
I guess when you pitch around somebody, that's fine, but you better get the next guy. But you'd certainly rather face Kubel, and that's nothing against Kubel than Morneau. One and one the count. Young, a ground out and a strikeout. There's a liner over the head of Kuzmanov, and that's a base hit. going to score a run. Kubel to third. He's going to be in there, and sliding into second is Delmon Young. Well, the 2-out hits keep coming for the Twins, and they lead 4-1.
But he's been throwing a lot of changeups. This one again up to Delmon Young, and was able to get out in front and pull it. And Cruz not able to jump high enough to catch him. Gabe Gross, a strong throw to second, but Delmon Young just a little bit too fast and not able to get him to get out of the inning.
First pitch to Danny Valencia. It's a bit inside. So it's 2-out single, walk, single, double. There's a liner, but Rajay Davis is going to get there, and he makes the catch side retired. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Twins. Bottom of the 6th coming up 4-1 in Minnesota. Good-looking fella. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frostproof. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Twins with a 4-1 lead over the A's. Bottom of the 6th inning.
How did I get in a freeze cam?
That was my favorite freeze cam. You know why? Because the way it started and the way it ended. Of course, the picture of my handsome broadcast partner, Ray Fosse, and the first one, the Twins logo. I love the Twins logo.
That's it.
Minnie and Paul. that is a great logo. Oh, and of course, that one speaks for itself, right? The man who deserves a bobblehead, Ray.
Yeah.
Come on. Minnie and Paul.
That's pretty good.
That is great. That was their original logo when they came to the Twin Cities. So they got a huge one in center field at the new ballpark.
Second 3-ball count for Scott Baker tonight. The other was Mark Ellis, a fly ball pop up to shortstop. It's his 50th pitch coming up.
Rosales popped out to the second baseman in the 3rd inning. It'll be Rosales, Davis, and Barton.
Say how efficient Scott Baker's been tonight through the first 5 innings. Faced 17 batters, 15 of those batters 3 pitches or less. And as a result, just at the 51 pitch mark in the 6th inning.
And just 1 strikeout so far. Up the middle, and Rosales has a leadoff single.
But if you don't walk somebody, I think you're going to get a fastball 3-2, which Rosales did.
All right, here's our legendary performance, which is brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. Remember this night, July 20th of last year, Matt Holliday, a grand slam, and then Jack Cust, the home run. It powered one of the greatest comebacks we've ever seen. A's were down 12-2. They won it 14-13. It was the largest comeback in Oakland history. You've got a giant appetite. It's got to be Nation's. That was quite a night. I think you called it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Actually, I called 15-13. Ryan Sweeney was at first and doubled off on kind of a hit and run. He would have scored. It would turn out to be 14-13. But Gio Gonzalez, very rarely can you give up 11 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings and walk off with a no decision.
Well, that's why I never doubt you anymore, because of the call you made that night.
The best call was the next Saturday when Gio faced the Yankees at Yankee Stadium and pitched into the 7th inning. He was the only pitcher last year to go 6+ innings, give up 3 or fewer hits, and that was following an 11-run outburst by the Twins. Gio will get another chance on Sunday in the series finale. Trevor Cahill tomorrow night. Gio, all the pitchers, at least the starters that is, been taking some swings, getting ready for interleague play, which will begin on the road a week from tonight, as a matter of fact, in San Francisco.
Well, you figure whoever pitches Sunday for the A's is going to pitch Friday, so that'll be Gio Gonzalez. Gio Gonzalez, and I believe the Giants do not have any days off either, and Tim Lincecum is scheduled to pitch Sunday, so we don't know this for sure, but tentatively it could be a Lincecum-Gio Gonzalez matchup in Game 1 on Friday night, which should be fun.
Well, last year it was Vin Mazzaro and Tim Lincecum, and Mazzaro
came out matchup for a while.
Yeah, but a couple of shutouts by Lincecum against the A's. Dallas Braden would get the first game at Wrigley Field, which would be a week from Tuesday when the A's continue. That would be the A's next off day, a week from Monday, and a travel day back to the Windy City. Beginning of a 6-game trip to Wrigley Field, Chicago, and St. Louis. Busch Stadium. To see the new stadium for the first time.
A liner into the glove of Valencia, and the young man has put on a pretty good show at third base. If nothing else, good reaction time. A shot hit by Rajai Davis.
See how far he's off the line against the right-hander, and of course Gabe Gross, the lefty, he was closer to the line.
So 1 out for Derek Barton, who doubled and scored in the 4th inning. Trying to get the pitch count up, but Baker's got a pretty good head start. Game number 56 for the Athletics tonight, and Derek Barton has been in the starting lineup in each and every game. If there was ever a time, and I'm not saying he should have one because he does not look tired, but if there's ever a stretch to give a guy a day off, it would be the stretch the A's are in now. 20 in a row, and I think 33 out of 34. 33 games in 34 days, or 34 and 35, one of those two. So, but Barton certainly looks fresh as he has kept the batting average consistently right around the 280, 285 mark. Good breaking ball there, and Barton swings and misses. So 2 strikeouts for Scott Baker in the game. Both of them Derek Barton. One looking, one swinging.
Well, the first one was a fastball. This is a curveball. Not seen many curveballs tonight from Scott Baker. But a good one as Barton playing on the front foot, just could not make contact.
So Ryan Sweeney will hit. The Angels have upped their lead 4-0 in Seattle, bottom of the 5th inning. Saunders and Snell, the starting pitcher matchup in that game. Texas Rangers have won. But you said it best during our A's pregame live hit, talking about the Angels coming in next week. It would not surprise me at all if the Angels, even without Kendry Morales, terrific hit, if they start playing better baseball. Line drive, Kubel into a slide, and he caught it. What a play by Jason Kubel. Sweeney hit it right on the nose. He has nothing to show for it. 7th inning coming up. Twins with a 4-1 lead.
The express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
June 9th is the A's next double play Wednesday. That's next Wednesday against the Angels. First pitch against the Angels from Anaheim, 7:05, and you can get Plaza Reserve and outfield tickets for $2 and hot dogs just $1 each, courtesy of Barton. Order tickets online now at OaklandAthletics.com, or you can call 877-493-BALL. Angels in town for the first time next week. That will be their first trip of 3. Monday, a 4-game series starts with the Angels. And the homestand, 2 teams. Twins for 3, Angels for 4. And on to San Francisco for 3 to resume interleague play for the next 15 games. On the 25th, 6th, and 7th of June, the Pirates will be in town. And welcome back your good friend Bobby Crosby. And the Twins, oh boy, that'd be the Pirates, that is, when they A's and the Pirates wear the throwback uniforms of the 70s.
Earlier in that week, the Cincinnati Reds will be here. The Reds, coming into today's action, tied with the Cardinals for the top spot in the National League Central. Reds lost tonight. The Cardinals won, so Reds will be one back. One of the better stories in the first 2 months of this season. The Reds playing good baseball. Sweeney playing shallow, so he's got to be out. Pinto is retired, and that's the first out here in the 7th.
Now batting, number 41, Drew Butera.
Cedric Bowers is going to get up, start throwing for the Athletics in the bullpen. Dallas Braden approaching 100 pitches. I don't even like to talk about the number of pitches anymore. Bowers just brought back from AAA today. Dallas Braden pitching right now, just the way he was, probably better than earlier in the game when he gave up the 2-run home run to Justin Morneau.
Inside corner. So 1-1 to Drew Butera. And it hit him. So Butera's aboard.
This is called grazed by a pitch, not hit by a
Number
pitch.
2, Denard man.
Grazed uniform. No skin touched for that pitch. See the bloused uniform? That's all it was right there. The uniform kind of bloused out as he went for the pitch.
That's the way you want to get hit.
Let your uniform take the brunt of the pitch.
Drew Butera, the young man at first base. We see his father around the ballpark a lot. Sal Butera, who is a major league scout for the Toronto Blue Jays. Very nice man. Sal, catcher in the big leagues for a while. So he's a scout. And what does he write down about his son? Well, you know what? When you're the backup catcher to Joe Mauer, you're only going to play so much. Inside to Denard Span. 2-1 count.
Tom Grieve was broadcasting, still broadcasting for the Rangers, and his son Ben, who played for the A's, Ben would just play, and Tom wouldn't say a thing. Just watch and kind of hope silently. I'm sure Sal Butera does when his son plays.
Well, it was like Carney Lansford when he was the Giants hitting coach in spring training. His son, A's minor leaguer, pitched against the Giants. He went out in the parking lot.
Yeah. He pitched well.
I got to get out of here. Just a bit off the plate, but a close pitch. 3-2 to Denard Span.
Dallas threw 109 pitches in his perfect game. It's the only time this year he's been over 100 before tonight.
Runner goes. Pitches roll.
I don't know what's going to happen, but this is, let's see, the inning gets out of hand. Let's see a pitcher finishing it. He's got one out and get through this inning and nothing else. Give the club a chance to come back and score some runs while it's still Dallas's game. Saw it happen with John Lackey in Boston when he went 6 and his club came back, scored enough to win.
Runner goes again. The ball bounced. Rosales tries to get the out at second. He misses him there, and everybody's safe. Rosales was headed toward the bag to cover. He had time to stop, field the ball, but he made the mistake of trying to get the out at second base.
Well, you try to get one out, especially when there's already one out, and The best one would have been to get Span at first base and opted to try to get the force.
So it's a fielder's choice, 2 on, 1 out, and 108 pitches for Dallas Braden, and he's going to leave. Cedric Bowers comes in, so when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Three-game weekend series versus the Twins. On the hill, Francisco Liriano against Trevor Cahill. Our coverage begins at 5:30 with A's pregame live. The ball game at 6. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet California. Liriano against Cahill. Dallas Braden will not get the win tonight. And the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. It's Butera at second, Span at first, and J.J. Hardy is the hitter. So Cedric Bowers comes in. Good numbers at Sacramento. 29 strikeouts in 19 2/3 innings. J.J. Hardy hits a high fly ball to Davis in center. Davis has it. Gets it in quickly, and that is out number 2. Now Bowers will face Joe Mauer.
Now batting, number 7, Joe Mauer.
Well, one thing you like about a pitcher in Dallas Braden, we see it, whether he's hurt, not hurt, but when he comes out of the game, he's not happy.
Nope.
That's why relievers try to do their job every time they come in, because they know how hard it is on a starter to come out of a ball game, especially with a couple of runners on base. And Bowers trying to leave the 2 on back in the dugout without the Twins adding on to their score.
Good challenge here for Cedric Bowers. 2 singles, 2 runs scored for Joe Mauer. He has started both the 2-run rallies with 2 out hits for the Twins.
Bauer's bat looks like it's about 20 inches long.
It's a magic wand.
Yeah, it is, and it just, he waits and he waits, and he's so strong and great opposite field hitter and power.
This one bounced. Barton, a tough hop. He handles it. Bowers has to race to the bag, and he got there in front of Mauer. Side retired. A couple of runners stranded. 7th inning stretch. The Twins with a 4-1 lead over the Athletics. History's Ice Road Truckers are back. Don't miss a sneak peek of the season. against Scott Baker, and Scott Baker has been very good through the first 6 innings. And he's had 4 hits off him.
Well, Derek Barton, outstanding first baseman, far to his right, and Cedric Bauer's almost a little late getting there, and Joe Mauer, a foot race. He jumped with his left foot, and in the air was the foot. Jerry White looking at it saying, no, I don't think so, but Jerry, look at the videotape. Got him by the half step when it was in the air.
So the Twins 4 and the A's 1. Baker back to work. 2 strikeouts. He has not walked anybody. Slowly hit and a foul ball, so Baker ahead in the count 0-2. Kurt Suzuki had an RBI single in the 4th inning, an infield hit. And he lines that one down the right field line, just foul.
Too much slice. Morneau way off the bag. Speaking of Morneau, talking to Gardenhire, the manager, see if this holds true. But he's going to give Morneau a game off tomorrow night. Of course, that's the right-hander, and left-hander Joe Gonzalez on Sunday. And he says, "Yeah, I probably get 4 hits and come in and say I'm not going to sit. I'm going to play." Well, a home run this first at bat.
Valencia on the run, and Suzuki's retired, so Kurt is 1 for 3. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Designated hitter.
Number 32, Jack Cust.
So Jack Cust will hit. Cust a double in the 2nd, and he hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the 4th. Cust with his first home run of the year yesterday. A long one at Fenway Park. And also his first 3-hit game of the season. He also scored 3 times. Pops this one up. Valencia on the run with his back to home plate, and he can't make it.
Well, he is human. That's good. It's good to see.
He's caught everything else.
Yes, he has. Looking over the shoulder, you just don't feel like that you're running far enough. And that time he kind of overran the ball a little bit.
Cust gets another shot. And now 2-1. Yesterday, the A's 9 runs and 14 hits. And tonight, so far, just 1 run and 4 hits. Count for Cust. Fastball right in under the hands.
Well, he had a vicious swing. The ball he popped up down the third base line, and another one on this 3-1. Held nothing back with the swing. Just, that was a mighty cut by Dave Cust.
Missed way inside, and that's a walk.
As we have said, you don't say that often. Only the 3-ball count, and 3-2 to Jack Custney. Gets a walk.
Now batting, first baseman, number 5, Kevin.
Scott Baker is 4-0 in his career against the Athletics. 3 of those 4 wins have come right here in Oakland. The last one was June 9th of last year. So he likes pitching here.
Won 15 games last year for the Twins. A team that played 163 games in the regular season. Terrific comeback and down the stretch in a 1-game playoff at the Metrodome.
Here's Kuzminov, and he drives one left field and deep.
Wow.
And that baby is way out of here.
Wow. Jump on that hanger.
Hey.
Watch this swing. Changeup. And Kevin Kuzminov. Wow. I would stand and just admire it. You'd even find out where it landed. I'm sure Tommy Eds has got a camera on it. Look at this shot. What a majestic shot. Hit off the facing of the second deck.
Yep.
Wow.
For the first time in his career, Kevin Kuzminov has homered in 3 straight games. So he now has 6 on the year, and the A's are within 1.
A 1-out walk and a first pitch changeup in a 1-run game. Wow, that was a great swing.
Good swing there by Gabe Gross. He fouled it straight.
And against Papelbon, a fastball mid-90s. Completely out of Fenway Park by Kuzminov. Del Carmen, yesterday hung him a breaking ball. A slider that he crushed for a home run over the Green Monster. And a back-to-back effort with Jack Custon tonight. Pulls the A's within 1. Watch this. Wow. Everything perfect about that swing. Of course, he has the hands back in a preload setup, and strong. He is strong.
Gabe Gross has hit 2 line drives in this game. First one was caught by the right fielder. The second one was caught by the third baseman. So he continues his hot hitting. But 0 for 2 tonight. Very solid contact.
Very like those 3rd and 4th times through the batting order.
Got him swinging. Off-speed pitch. And that is strikeout number 3 for Baker.
Slider maybe out of the strike zone, but 3-2, a little too close to take.
Now batting, second baseman, number 14, Ellis.
So Ellis will hit. Angels 4, Mariners 1, 6th inning in Seattle. This one's popped up just below us. Kevin Kuzminov with a tape measure home run here in the 7th inning. the shortstop. Hardy ranging to his right. And he throws out Mark Ellis. Side retired. Kuzmanov, the 2-run shot. So the A's have closed the gap. We head to the 8th inning. It's the Twins 4 and the A's 3. Tonight's poll, you make the call. Which hitter would you most like to have in your lineup? Mauer or Morneau?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yes, you would like to have him and them boys.
Joe Mauer, the MVP last year in the American League. Justin Morneau, who steps in the batter's box, the MVP in the American League in 2006.
How many batting championships for Mauer? 3?
3, I believe.
For a catcher who had never, catcher didn't even dream about winning a batting championship. Oh, nice play. Who are you protecting? Wow. Who's covering? Who's protecting the pitchers down there? We got to get a shot. Protecting Tyson Ross. Check this out. It's running. Wow.
I think the ball was kind of past him when he put the ball.
That it didn't hit him in the kneecap.
It's all right.
Kevin.
Hang in there, Kev.
Kevin. Wow.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No,
I like that.
Yeah, he's
ticked off.
He is a gamer, boy. I tell you, he wants to do it so well. Boys, the wager that he couldn't do so many sit-ups, and he was working hard to do it in the lunchroom. He's got to get down in the set position. He just can't be down there with the hands on the hip, just kind of casual. Got to be ready. Look at that. Down in the position, Kevin, just in case.
He's thinking, oh, man, they're going to be all over me. Oh, I can't believe I missed the whole bullpen.
Well, you know what fooled him? Left-handed batter. You just don't figure a ball is going to be coming down from a left-hander. More of a full hitter with full one near the left field bullpen.
Get high to left field where Gabe Gross comes in. Cedric Bowers will get Justin Morneau on the fly ball.
Well, he had got a couple of big outs last inning with a couple of runners on base.
Number 16.
Vito Bailey bobblehead. Boy. Right on the goodie container where it's brought down by Tyson Ross. Pitcher with the least amount of service time.
It's the elf backpack. It is a long season. Players do get bored.
Tyson Ross does the work this year, but last year Andrew Bailey in his Rookie of the Year season was the one who carried all the goods. It's a big chore for a pitcher to make sure he's got something of everything just in case someone asks.
There it is.
Kind of carries it over his shoulder. Is it Chewbacca? What it is?
Flip job down the left field line, just fouled by Kubel.
Kevin's going after that. Yeah, he said that's a little softer. I can handle that one. Got to make sure it's a foul ball, though. You want to run out there with a fair ball. Whoop. Kind of backed off. He was ready.
One and two to Jason Kubel, who had a big hit in this game, a 2-out RBI single in the 6th inning. Right field hit pretty well. Sweeney going back near the wall, at the wall, and he caught it. 2 outs.
Well, he dropped down, but it didn't fool Kubel. And fortunately got it on the hands enough to keep it in the park. Nice catch by Ryan Sweeney. Happy to see him back in the lineup, but Kubel almost made it a 2-run game.
Oh, and it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. Cedric Bowers out. Tyson Ross in.
MLB.tv today, so you see every A's game live or on demand on your computer. What a great deal. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. On your computer, sit in your office and do your work. The MLB.
Put a ball game on.
That's right. Make the day go fast.
Tyson Ross comes in with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. Delman Young is the hitter. First pitch to Young is inside. Young 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the 6th. Twins scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 6th. On the ground toward Kuzminov. Ball comes up a little bit. Kuzminov stays with it. Side retired. Bottom of the 8th coming up from the Coliseum. It'll be Rosales, Davis, and Martin. A's down by 1. for the Twins, 3-5-0 for the Athletics. Baker still in the game. 87 pitches. Dallas Braden is out. So Rosales to lead it off. He'll be followed by Davis and then Barton. Baker's first pitch is toward right center, but Denard Span was shaded that way. He's got it. So Rosales swings at the first pitch. He's retired. Jose Mijares, lefty. 3 lefties in the Twins bullpen. Mijares, Mayhay, and Dunsey. So Rajai Davis looking for his first hit.
Well, you just know that if Rajai Davis can get on, might get a Rajai run. He's just anxious to get on and try to get something started. If base stealer could steal first base, just think of the number of runs and stolen bases.
Driven down the left field line toward the wall. Goal!
You know, you don't have to steal first or steal second or third. You can just trot around. Hanging breaking ball, Rajai Davis. He got Ryan Rowland-Smith on April the 7th, an identical shot.
Yeah.
And this time from the right-hander on line drive. And you know, he does a spot on the barbecue terrace. It's in the vicinity of the barbecue terrace. He likes it. May have to set him up with a dinner in the barbecue terrace.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Right down the left field line here in the bottom of the 8th has tied the game up at 4. He's using the long ball again today. 4 home runs yesterday, 2 home runs so far tonight. So the lefty comes in, Jose Mijares. 14th appearance, and he's in there for one reason, to get Barton and Sweeney, 2 left-handed hitters, out.
The last time we saw him was on a video of last year when Jack Tusk took him deep. That game in July, and the A's won 14-13. Scott Baker will not lose this game, but he gave up 2 big home runs, and he walked 1 batter, and the walk came around to score in front of Kuzmanov's home run. Andrew Bailey yesterday, the 2 innings. Matt Guerrero gets loose and about 35 pitches. 33. He has told Bob Garrett, as a matter of fact, the skipper said that everybody's available in the bullpen. Just a question of whether They will be used. We shall see.
4-pitch walk to Derek Barton.
Rajai Davis, when he stays back and just drops the head on a hanging breaking ball, line drive down the line, kind of a flat, level swing. Bat horizontal, just over the score, over the 330 mark. Big Sheets ought to be a pitcher. And cheerleader every 4 days, 4 days out of 5 you can cheer. He must have called it. Sheets must have called it. Well, he looked at Ty Waller and then slapped the high five.
First pitch to Sweeney. That one's a strike. So Harris finds the strike zone for the first time.
And Dallas Braden, no decision. Same for Scott Baker. He's trying to pull off a win late in the game.
Fastball right in there, and it's 0-2 to Sweeney.
Guess he started to get loose in the bullpen.
Andrew Bailey, along with Breslow.
Former Twin Craig Breslow. The A's got him on waivers. Good pickup.
Hit hard, but right to Punto. Hardy handles a tough feed, and that's a double play. So Harris comes back and gets the double play. But Rajai Davis, a solo home run here in the 8th, and it ties the game at 4 as we head to the 9th.
Is driving to the park for free. When they're driving to the game, that is, they park for free. And if you drive a Chevy, just show your Chevy car keys on the night of the game at the A's box office and receive a field level game ticket for only $20. $20 is savings of $6. Next Chevy free parking Tuesday, June 8th against the Angels. That's next Tuesday. Details visit OaklandAthletics.com.
So Rajai Davis ties the game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tyson Ross, who got Delman Young to end the top of the 8th. He's pitching here in the top of the 9th against Valencia. It'll be Valencia, Punto, and Butera. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Jansen overthrew that one just a little bit. 96 miles an hour. Outside. We're down 4-1 in the game, but Kuzmanov, a 2-run homer in the 7th, made it 4-3. Davis, the home run in the 8th, made it 4-4. Breslow was joined by Bailey, but now Breslow by himself. Two pitch right there, strike 3 call.
A sharp breaking slider froze the right-hander and just could not pull the trigger. A good pitch by Tyson Ross. Well, Jim Thome's got a pinch hit, and that's why Craig Breslow is loosening up. It's Punto, a switch hitter. Instead, it is going to be Jim Thome, and Ron Gardenhire looking down to the bullpen. He sees his former left-hander Craig Breslow warming up as he is ready.
Number 25.
Let's see if the move is made.
Thome.
So Thome steps in, the owner of 569 career home runs. And Bob Guerin comes out.
He's walking on that brisk walk as if to think he's going to talk to Tyson Ross. Now he's called for Craig Breslow.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change, tune up, and smog experts. Breslow coming in to face Thome. Here in the 9th. First pitch to Thome is low.
Throughout his career, Jim Thome, of course, never really platooned. Look at the numbers for Craig Breslow. 25th appearance, 1-1 record. Thome, for many years, faced lefties and righties because the National League had to, and played first base with the Phillies. Always had a great eye, walk, strike out, and hit the long ball.
Fastball swing and a miss. Thome is 6 for 28 with 1 home run against left-handed pitching this year. That's a .214 average.
Well, the impressive thing about Thome throughout his years in Cleveland is opposite field power. That's why I'm trying to go inside with him, because he can take a fastball away and hit it to left field. The outfield kind of playing him straight up, straight away, but Mark Ellis in shallow right field as the second baseman.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Thome goes down. 2 outs here in the 9th.
Stayed with all fastballs. Suzuki moving inside, and excellent location on the fastball. Tommy Cam showing on the inside corner, but a good fastball to a power hitting left-hander. Tillman last year accepted the trade to the Los Angeles Dodgers so he could get a chance to play in postseason, knowing that he was not going to play that much, just pinch hit.
Drew Butera is the hitter. He swings and misses. Breslow put the fastball in there, and the Twins are swinging and missing.
Well, I'd have to think that Craig Breslow's got a little bit added adrenaline flowing tonight.
Why not? Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breslow comes in, strikes out a pair, and we are headed to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 4.
Off the facing of the second deck, that made it a one-run game. And Rajai Davis, his first since April the 7th, and this one tied it. So you have one off the facing. Ben Sheets pumped up as he pitched in the Boston series, but he is a fan now, cheering on the boys, and they've come back to tie the game as Matt Greer takes over for the Twins in the bottom of the ninth. 4-pitch pitcher, course around the plate. Fastball low 90s.
Well, it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Another good season for Guerrero. He has been a mainstay in the Twins bullpen. And I'm not talking about just this year, but really for it's been about 6 years now. This is his 6th year in the big league.
Well, his appearances last year led the American League, and for a while it was Guerrero and his former teammate Craig Breslow. Now the A's going head-to-head with the appearances.
His last 3 years, appearance-wise, 73, 76, 79. Suzuki got one to hit, fouled it straight back. So Matt Guerrero takes over.
Arqueles do 4th. Make it 5th in this inning. Be nice to see him get up to drive in the go-ahead run.
Right center. And it's going to be Span and Kubel who come together, and Kubel makes the catch. 1 out.
After the collision, Span and O-Dog had Sunday night. We're going to try to avoid as much as possible. I got it, I got it. Center fielder usually takes charge. Denard Span is, but Kubel, and some Kubel there to make the catch, and a little smile from Kubel.
side to Jack Cust. Swing and a miss. Career had pretty good movement on that pitch. Just a double and a walk, and he scored on the Kuzminov home run. That's a side corner shot.
Patterson getting ready to pinch run should Jack Cust get on base. Really diving quickly away, and Tommy Cam shows that one a little bit off the plate. A pretty consistent night by Jeff Nelson, home plate umpire.
Setting up inside, and Cust fights it off. Crowd tonight, 21,703. Cust, right center, at the wall, caught by Kubel.
Wow.
How did that stay in the ballpark?
Wow. The only thing it had to maybe get it in on the hands a little bit. A breaking ball off the end of the bat a little bit. Jack running as if he didn't think he'd hit enough. But I thought he had when it left his bat.
So did I.
Very surprised to see Kubel. He made a very nice catch. Stayed in the park. Wow.
So 2 outs, and here's Kuzminov, a hot hitter. A home run in the 7th for Kuzminov. So he has homered in 3 consecutive games.
Kevin Kuzminov played at Petco Park, San Diego, where it is a very, very big park. Thinking about the home runs he has hit this year for the A's, they would have gone out any place, any park, big or small. And we hit in Boston were shots that were gone out any place. With the green light 3-0.
Angels with a 7-1 lead over the Mariners in the 8th inning. Popped up behind first. Morneau back, still back, and he dropped it. He went for the basket catch and he dropped it. So that's going to be an error on Justin Morneau.
Well, he had it and took his eye off the ball, which, unfortunately, for fielders who do that, have a tendency to do exactly that. Drop it.
An error by the Twins. Just their 14th of the year. And Kuzminov lays off, and that's a walk. Well, the A's trying to take advantage of that error by Morneau.
Well, the sequence, the pitches, ball 1 inside. The second pitch, a breaking ball that misses. Kuz took it. Fastball misses down low. Then he takes the 3-0 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He pops the ball up. Looks like he's out of the inning. He's taking his helmet off for the big leagues. They're going to make the catch. And then a high fastball that he took.
Here's Gabe Gross. Gross on the ground. It's going to be Tolbert ranging far to his left to the edge of the outfield grass. He makes the play, throws out Gross, and we are headed to extra innings at the Coliseum. We're tied at 4.
In Anaheim, that guy's got a few votes already. Joe Mauer helped send your favorite A's player to this year's All-Star game by voting up to 25 times at OaklandAthletics.com. Visit OaklandAthletics.com and cast your ballot now for your 2010 All-Stars. Vote early, vote often, as many times as you want, but no more than 25.
I say more than that.
Yeah, you're looking at perhaps, we think, two of the best catchers in the American League, and is Kurt Suzuki and, of course, Joe Mauer, who is way ahead in the voting for All-Star catcher, which was shocked if he didn't make it. It'd be nice to see Kurt Suzuki also go to Anaheim for the All-Star game, since doing a great job. Lives down in Southern California. It'd be great for him.
A quick 0-2 to Denard Span. Top of the order for the Twins here in the 10th. Fifth extra inning game for the A's, 6 for the Twins. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Denard Span is 0 for 5.
Last 6 pitches by Breslow have all been strikes. Going back to Jim Thome, threw 5 pitches, 3 of which were strikes for the strikeout. So 3 in a row. And Denard Span just trying to put the ball in play. Not able to catch up to the high fastball. That's a flat-footed swing by Span.
He was still very late.
Yes. You see hitters trying to do that, especially with 2 strikes, just to make contact. There's no fastball with very good velocity.
J.J. Hardy is the hitter. Hardy coming over from the Milwaukee Brewers in the offseason. Right there, 1-2. A lot of quality pitches by Breslow so far. Hardy is 0 for 4. Swing and a miss, a high fastball. 2 outs.
Wow. That's impressive. Last 5 batters for the Twins. They called 3rd strike and then 4 swinging. Those 4 swinging with Craig Breslow pitching. This is a challenge.
Mauer is 2 for 4. 2 singles, and he went around.
First pitch slider, like Mauer looking fastball, and didn't get it.
This one drilled left center, but Rajai Davis over and a little leap, and he makes the catch. And Craig Breslow, what a terrific job. He retires all 5 hitters that he faces. 4-4, bottom of the 10th. Coming out. Time 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Baseball recap for World Cup preview, and Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals goes to Philadelphia Flyers. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. Bottom of the 10th inning, Matt Guerrier back out there for his second inning as he faces Ellis, Rosales, and Davis. The first pitch is just outside. Tried to hold up. He did not, says the home plate umpire Jeff Nelson. So 1-1 the count. Hit hard to J.J. Hardy, who handles the tough hop and then throws to first. Ellis is 0 for 4.
Craig Breslow, very impressive in his outing against his former team, Charlie Jim Tomey, with a swing and miss, and then the Jerry threw it by him, and then in the top of the inning, got Span on the swing, and J.J. Hardy. So high fastballs. Craig Breslow will throw the high fastball and get it by the hitters, and of course the 2 strikes, last 2 strikeouts, just trying to swing flat-footed, just could not do it.
Guerrier snaps off a good curveball in for a strike to Rosales. Adam is 1 for 3. Single in the 6th. Hayes with 6 hits in the game. There's a liner that's just fouled. Both teams with 6 hits. Third baseman Danny Valencia is playing very close to the line. A little closer than normal.
Yeah, no doubles. No doubles in the extra innings. Delvin Young. Where is he? Oh, he's in left field.
He's right in front of the left field wall.
Don't back up. You get some of that chevron paint on your back.
Shallow center. Denard Span trots in. And that's out number 2. This is what Rajai Davis did in the 8th to tie up this game at 4.
Just barely over the sign. Rajai Davis, he was not hit a lot, but definitely a big one tonight to tie it and send us into extra innings. Yeah, he hit a home run to tie it. How about the real Rajai Davis? Get on base and steal, and Derek Barton drive him in.
Inside corner strike to Davis. Greer has allowed a home run this year in 26 innings of work. As you can tell by watching him pitch, he's got a lot of movement on his pitches. Hard sinker. You can see why he's been a very good reliever for a while.
So some of the guys in the visiting clubhouse, as it worked for Mikey Falvin, wearing one with a T-shirt on the back that said GRRRRRRRR. Whole bunch of R's, just a G and a whole bunch of R's following the G.
Curve and a swing and a miss by Rajai Davis. So good 2 innings of work by Matt Guerrier.
There it is. Boy, Tommy, you good, man. Take on these Twins. 6:05 is the start time. And 21 and older can enjoy samples from more than 30 different microbrews. Special credit glasses will be on sale for $10, and that includes 2 tastings, but admission to the Beer Fest is free with your game ticket. Order yours now at OaklandAthletics.com. Probably get to hear some of that music over there, too.
Andrew Bailey comes in, the closer. Not a save situation, but Aaron, nice to get an inning out of Bailey against a pretty good part of the Twins lineup.
The save or the save situation is not coming to play at home. Ross, the closer for the Twins, is throwing in the bullpen again. He was up in the 9th inning. Sat back down.
Hit hard to left field. Going back is Gross. Spins around and it's over his head. So Justin Morneau is going to have a leadoff double here in the 11th. Gabe Gross got turned around a little bit, and it cost him.
Well, an opposite field double, the slicing drive by Justin Morneau, and slicing a little bit, but Gabe turned to his left there and then had to go back. And the ball's going to slice.
Yep,
it's going to slice off the left-hander's bat, and he knows it. He's played all three outfield positions. Now Andrew Bailey, his work cut out for him. Kubel will not think he's up here to bunt. He's trying to pull the ball to the right side.
That's the first hit for the Twins since the 6th inning. And it's a big one. A leadoff double here in the top of the 11th. Swing and a miss. Big breaking ball from Bailey, and Kubel missed it.
A hard curveball. We've seen wrap it a little bit. Of course, the hitter cannot see that. A very good curveball.
Kubel with an emergency swing. In that 2-inning save yesterday at Fenway Park, Bailey gave up the home run to Bill Hall. Got the save, of course. He threw 33 pitches. Henry Rodriguez, our thrower, just called up from AAA, starts to loosen up. Kubel lays off that breaking ball. Delmon Young on deck. After Young, it would be Danny Valencia. Reset, loosening up. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball by Kubel, and that's a big out.
95-mile-an-hour fastball, and you have to give these guys credit for saying after 7 innings of bullpen work yesterday, most of that was Vic Mazzaro, but Bailey coming in throwing just as hard and even with 2 strikes. Kubel tried to pull the ball, but the pitch outside with too much giddy up on it and could not pull it. It's a big strikeout. This guy's aggressive too, though.
Got a first pitch to hit, and he swung and missed. That may be the best pitch he sees in this at-bat.
Cut fastball, that's nothing straight. Oh, wow. Jeff Nelson likes to throw the ball back to pitch. Watch Kurt Suzuki take it off the right hand, on the right shoulder, and then ask Nelson, give me the ball. I want to throw it back. That's to make sure that his shoulder's okay, although can't feel it because it's numb.
0-2. And a shot fair down the right field line. Morneau's going to come in to score, and on an 0-2 pitch, Delmon Young comes through. Right past Bart.
Well, it was the cutter was up, and the aggressiveness of Delmon Young. He figures he's going to make contact. And the cutter outside corner, and just a late swing inside the line.
Danny Valencia.
No chance for Bart.
So Delmon Young, a couple of RBIs tonight, and none bigger than this one. So the Twins take a 5-4 lead, and here's Valencia. First pitch low. Morneau with the double to lead things off, and he scores the go-ahead run. Valencia, playing in just his second major league game, is 1 for 4. Base hit in the second inning. A couple of fly balls to center field and a strikeout. Pops it up foul. At the bottom of the 11th, it'll be Barton, Sweeney, Suzuki if anybody gets on Cust. They will face John Roush. Big, tall, right-handed closer for the Twins. And the ball goes past Barton. Delmon Young gets up, and he scrambles to second. So that'll be an error. Looked like it just tipped right off Barton's glove.
It's been charged to Andrew Bailey.
It was a little wide. Probably a ball Barton should have caught. I think that's an error on the first baseman, don't you?
Well, the thing is, there's no chance to get the runners, so you move off. You don't reach. You just kind of move. And
yeah, you're right. In fairness to Barton, it's probably about 95 miles an hour, too.
Yeah.
But you're saying maybe move your feet just a little
Well,
bit.
it's just like if you're taking a throw from one of the infielders and you know throws offline, you just move to go get the ball to keep it from going by you. And Derek does a good job of that. He knows in situations where he has no chance to get the hitter.
1-2 to Valencia. Swing and a miss. Threw it by him for the second out.
Set up outside, a pitch a little bit towards the middle, but that's just a country fastball.
So here's Matt Tolbert, his first at bat. 7 of the last 8 outs for A's pitchers have been strikeouts. Tolbert is a switch hitter, and he rips one to right, but Sweeney's there. He's got it, side retired. A run for the Twins, so bottom of the 11th coming up, 5-4 Minnesota. Delman Young, RBI single. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. John Rauch, the closer for the Twins, comes in. He's done a very good job in place of Joe Nathan.
He's a 4-pitch pitcher, including a cutter slider, fastball, not really overpowered, low 90s, about 92 tops out. Somebody's been writing on his neck there.
And his arm.
And he's so big, don't bother telling him. He's a big, big boy.
Media Guide says 6'11", 290.
I think that puts him as the tallest pitcher in baseball. Right?
You're right. 6'11", 290.
Just a big unit. Randy Johnson is no longer pitching. How about Mark Hendrickson? How tall is he? Is he just 6'10"?
6'10", I think, is what I saw.
Yeah, only 6'10".
John Rauch. Most saves he's ever had in a season was 2008. He had 18. 17 with Washington, and then he was traded to Arizona. He had 1 there. He's been around a while. His 7th year in the big leagues. That one's hit hard to the first baseman, Morneau, who was guarding the line, and that is out number 1. Here's Ryan Sweeney. Remember, tomorrow night it's a 6 o'clock. So A's pregame live will get you started at 5:30. Then the ball game at 6. Trevor Cahill who's been pitching very well. He's 4-2 with an ERA of 3.02. And he will be opposed by the very fine left-hander Francisco Liriano. So make sure you join us for that matchup. One to know to Sweeney. Curve popped up, shallow right. Kubel coming in. He's got it, and that's out number 2. So Kurt Suzuki has to try to get aboard, and Jack has a chance to get his cuts against Roush.
Kurt Suzuki.
Suzuki is 1 for 4. He had an RBI single in the 4th. He's grounded out a couple times and hit a fly ball to right field. Kurt has been a clutch hitter this time in the big leagues. Right now he's just trying to get aboard. Pretty good curveball. A little bit low, says Jeff Nelson. Hot and foul on the right field. Matt Guerrier, one of the heroes for the Twins tonight. He came in the 9th inning. 2 very fine innings. No hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Suzuki, a liner, left field. Delman Young's going to play it on a hop. So Suzuki keeps the A's alive, and now Cust will hit.
Oh, you're playing no doubles and you're on the warning track. What would normally be an out. He is not going to give up the double, and he's playing as deep as he did. This curveball on the ground almost. As Butera went down to block the ball. And Suzuki, a la Vladimir Guerrero, and that ball about 10 feet from the warning track and still dropped in fair.
Yep.
So how sweet would it be for Jack Cust to make it cost them? And still playing very, very deep and no doubles are the Twins outfielders. You can't even see him. Don't even put the camera on.
Cust, big swing, and he fouled it back. Watch this swing.
Yeah, he's playing. Butera almost got catcher's interference. His catcher's been extending out quite a distance. That's the distance between the outfield and the warning track. That's where Delman Young is playing.
Ball is high.
You think if Jack Cust hit a ball to the gap in left center, even as deep as the outfielders are, they could run straight to the ball. But still, with 2 outs, Kurt Suzuki's going to be on the move. See if we can see it happen.
Outside corner of strike. Nothing Cust could do with that one.
A little bit off the plate, but it's like Butera and Roush got to make sure if Cust does anything, it's going to be with an outside pitch.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. So the A's battle back to tie it in the late innings, but the Twins get a run in the top of the 11th, and they hang on to win it 5-4 in 11 innings. This is the final pitch.
And Butera wanted it low. It was a high fastball and got the job done. So Roush does it in the absence of Joe Nathan, and he continues to do it.
So time of game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. It was played in front of 21,703. But game one of this 3-game series goes to the Minnesota Twins. Again, the final score, Twins 5, A's 4 in 11 innings. Don't go away. A's Postgame Live with Matt Morrison and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.
Okay.